WNEM-TV5 News starts now with a severe weather alert.
Clouds covering the skies as we take a live look over Saginaw tonight, and the weather isn't stopping at rain clouds.
With a tornado watch in effect for a portion of our area, we are on alert.
Chief Meteorologist Brian Bachman is keeping an eye on the weather in our area. Brian.
All right, thank you very much, David and Carrie. That's right. The tornado watch does include parts of the Thumb, really the entire Thumb and the entire I-69 corridor that will be in effect until 8 p.m. this evening. We'll show you that on the map in just a moment, though. First, I want to show you what's going on your First Warn 5 pinpoint Doppler radar, just to zoom in on a couple of these other hot zones, if you will. We don't have any severe thunderstorm or tornado warnings in effect at the present time, but it looks like the radar is having a little bit of a distortion there. Tell you what, why don't we see if we can switch over to the First Warn 5 Sky Tracker, guys, if that's possible. If we can just flip the source. There we go. You can see the pockets of shower and thunderstorm activity just continuing to race northeastward through the region. We had that area of steady rain roll through, and if you notice into northern and central parts of mid-Michigan there, you can kind of see that slightly darker area with some of the embedded yellow pockets. That's actually a very strong line of showers and thunderstorms that's moving into parts of Clare and Isabella counties at the present time. Some reports with that, possibly of some damaging winds, and given that it's a Boeing squall line, that's a kind of a formation that we look out for when we see some gusty winds coming out of it. So again, in addition to those heavy downpours, be alert for that. And you notice, though, it appears that we're settling into a drier wedge of the storm, but we're starting to see some more kind of cellular type thunderstorms developing over southwestern and southern parts of lower Michigan. That could be where our severe weather activity really starts to ramp up in the next couple of hours. So we're going to pay a special attention to that. Switching gears here really quickly, here's a look at the tornado watch. It includes all the yellow shaded counties. That's Huron, Tuscola, Sanilac, Lapeer, Genesee, and Shiawassee counties. That's where the best chance, if we're going to see any tornadoes, lies. That'll be in effect until 8 p.m. this evening, with this activity all really coming to an end around or shortly after midnight. We'll have a much more in-depth look at these storms and what you can expect for the next couple of days. That's coming up in just a little bit. And don't forget, for all severe weather updates, head to the weather section at WNEM.com. The weather team, myself, Daphne DeLorean, working the weather center behind me, and our meteorologist Chris Easlick. He's here. We'll be keeping you updated on these conditions throughout the night.
Brian, thank you. Some of Mid-Michigan's finest held a program this morning to reach out to local teenagers. Members of the Flint Police Department and the Michigan State Police held the program at Flint Southwestern Academy. WNEM-TV5's Craig McMorris was there.
And they rolled over and 3 kids were killed. So it's very important that you make sure that you operate a vehicle safely.
When the chief talks, people listen. Flint Police Chief James Tolbert and some of his officers, along with members of the Michigan State Police, reached out to teens at Flint Southwestern Academy today. The purpose, to drive home the importance of not becoming a fatality behind the wheel, like this deadly accident that happened this year in Tuscola County. They showed the kids photos of deadly auto accidents, and that definitely caught their attention.
I think that it's really horrible, and it should gain awareness to not drink and drive.
The officers had some students get involved in an exercise in which they had to wear goggles and walk through some cones. The eyewear was impacted to show what it's like driving drunk.
Well, it was good. It's bad being drunk.
It's harder than it looks. Like when I went up there, I'm like, it's not gonna be that hard. But if the cone looks like it's right in front of you, but if you reach down, it's a long shot away.
An officer involved in today's program says there's one specific reason why he's here.
They say if you can touch any one person, then it was worth it.
And that message apparently did get through to more than just one of these students.
It did. It made me think about, like, when I'm driving and how I should pay attention and not be on my phone and stuff so I can stay alive.
We got to be safe. Like, that's the important part of the summer, because a lot of kids don't understand that your priority is not just to have fun during the summer. It's to be safe and think about the things that you do before you do them.
Reporting from Flint, Craig McMorris, WNEM-TV5.
Tomorrow, the officers will take their program over to Flint Northwestern High School.
The city of Flint has now opened a new community resource center. The center will serve as a place for police officers and community members to gather and address the needs of the area.
This community resource center will be a hub for the surrounding neighborhoods. The doors are now open. We're recruiting volunteers. People can also come in, make a police complaint, deal with a blight issue or other community problem.
This center will be staffed with volunteers from the Blue Badge Volunteer Corps.
Across Michigan tonight, 4 bodies were found over the weekend in an Oscoda County trailer. The bodies of a 24-year-old female, a 39-year-old man, and 2 young children were discovered. It's believed the woman and 2 children were living in the trailer at the time of their deaths. According to investigators, the man made phone calls to parties downstate that is, and possibly hinted to a plan to harm the woman, children, and himself. The victims' identities have not been released. The state police post in Alpena is assisting in the investigation of this tragedy.
A new study by Wallet Hub suggests Detroit is the worst place in America to start a career. The study looked at data like the monthly median starting salary and the unemployment rate, among other common factors in the U.S.'s largest 150 cities. Other cities topping the worst list were Fresno, California, and Toledo, Ohio. 4 out of the top 5 best cities to start a career are in Texas, including Irving, Grand Prairie, Houston, and Austin. All are highly ranked for their quality of life and professional opportunities. For more information about this study, just go to the hot link section of WNEM.com.
Good news for that pain at the pump. According to AAA Michigan, gas prices have fallen about 3 cents in the last week. The Dearborn-based auto group found the cheapest gas prices in the Flint area were at $2.48 per gallon, while the highest price was found in the Traverse City area at around $2.66. This decline was the first such decrease in 4 weeks. A new groundbreaking treatment for MS is helping slow down the disease.
And a patient in Owasso was the first person in Michigan to receive this new drug. TV5's Elena Holland joined her at Memorial Healthcare for the treatment.
I just want to feel better.
Lisa Krasinski has multiple sclerosis, or MS. She's had it most of her life, but the past 8 years have taken their toll.
I'm used to walking and getting things done, and I had to go really slow.
Her disease continues to get worse. Doctors have been looking at many different treatment options, looking for something they may hopefully slow down the disease.
Lisa has been down a very tough road, and we've tried just about everything on her.
Well, I have Eric, and he is 18. And I used to always go bike riding with him, running around chasing him, and I am not able to do that with my daughter. And it's frustrating.
But now there is a new treatment option. It's called Lemtrada, and Krasinski is the first in Michigan to receive the groundbreaking treatment. She will receive her doses at Memorial Healthcare in Owasso.
I've been through everything else, and I really need something to work for me.
The effects of Lemtrada have been pretty great so far. About 80% of patients have seen no extra symptoms after the infusions.
And what the drug does is it binds to the cells that are attacking the brain and spinal cord, these immune cells that are attacking, and it basically resets them.
Krasinski will have 5 infusions this year and 3 infusions next year with regular checkups. She hopes that this will work for her and she'll be able to ride a bike with her kids once again.
I'm just going to say good luck to my daughter, and I wish her all the in the world, and she knows it. And she's the strongest person around, so she'll be okay.
I know not to give up hope, that's all, with everybody that I know that has MS.
In Owasso, Elena Holland, WNEM-TV5.
Of course, this new treatment won't work for every patient with MS. It's always best to talk with your own doctor.
A shocking sight on a neighborhood street stopped people in their tracks.
Tonight at 6, we are working to get the symbol of hate erased.
And a new way to help you shop, how technology is changing how you look at yourself in a dressing room mirror.
And Americans are warming up to a new idea, how edible insects may be invading your dinner.